Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now, let's start with the first story. It's called Understanding the Dress Code. I worked for a popular fast food company. We are required to wear company brand shirts and must display the company logo on our bodies somewhere. Enter the morning shift boss. I almost never see anybody from morning shift, as I was either evening or closing. But due to layoffs, we needed a closing manager. He is incredibly nitpicky and hypocritical, and only invokes the rules when it's convenient for him. My attire never got any write-ups or talks. It was a company shirt, company hat, an apron and jeans. The boss walks up to me and talks to me about the dress code and my violations. Apparently, the rim of the shirt was too low. My apron wasn't allowed to have pockets. But the thing that really set him off was my jeans. He said I can't have them cuffed, and I either have to cut them to size or get new jeans that fit. I tried to explain to him that I have very wide hips, and jeans of my waist size are usually meant for big and tall people. And I couldn't find any jeans anywhere that had my leg length. He said, just cut them then. Later that week, he made everyone sign a pamphlet that basically says, I understand the dress code and will follow it or face repercussions. Fortunately, this pamphlet had the company dress code written in the text. Everyone else just signed their name and moved on. But I took the pamphlet into the back office and took the time to read the whole thing. My boss came in and wondered why I wasn't working. I told him, my father told me to never sign things without reading the terms first. Just sign it, he replied. I will. I just want to know what I'm signing my soul over for first. That is all. I'm guessing he thought what I said was funny, as he chuckled and walked away. But then I saw it. My saving grace. Only dark blue denim, black jeans or black pants. Solid in color. Are approved to wear as your company uniform. Pants and jeans should not touch the ground, have holes, fading, embellishments or light washes. That's everything the dress code said about jeans. It said nothing that I wasn't allowed to cuff them. And it did say I have to wear a company apron too, which don't have pockets. But it never said anything about wearing more than one apron. I proudly signed the pamphlet, saying I fully understood the dress code. And I saw that my boss was the first person to sign it too. The next day I came to work with my jeans cuffed, my company apron on, but I wore it backwards, and my usual apron on regularly. And I tucked in my shirt, as that was the dress code. A few coworkers wondered why I had two aprons and still cuffed my jeans. I just told them, everything I'm wearing is to the letter, up to dress code. When my boss finally called me into the office and said I would receive a write-up for insubordination and dress code violation, I told him, everything I'm wearing is up to code. I thought you knew that. You signed it too. I assume you took the time to read the terms of the dress code too? He got the pamphlet out and started reading the terms. And I could see him looking at my jeans and back at the pamphlet, then back at me, then my apron, then the paper again. Is there anything that violates the dress code? No, he replied. Well then, a write-up would be unnecessary. But I would like to point out that the dress code specifically prohibits holes in attire. And I think I see a hole right there on your shirt. And also it says pants cannot touch the floor. And your pants are down by your heels, sir. I can see some dirt and a stray piece of lettuce on the rim of your pant leg. He looked and saw. Then he shimmied his pants higher, up to his belly button. You know, if they are too long, you can just cut them off. With that, I promptly left. Felt pretty proud of myself for that. My boss never came to me about the dress code after that. The next story is called Be on Time. I was a piano technician for a while. My boss lived in another town. He gave me stern talks a couple of times for being less than 5 minutes late after a 2-hour drive, yelling at me that if you can't be on time, then don't be on my clock, as some kind of a threat to my job. I was scheduled to meet him at a client's house to move and tune a piano. I waited until exactly the time we were scheduled to meet, and then left. I had a date around the corner anyway, and that was great. Apparently he showed up a few minutes late and was mad that I wasn't there. I told him later that I had been there, waited until the appointed time, and figured that the appointment had been called off since no one showed up by the scheduled start time, so I left. I found another profession, and I don't think the guy learned a thing. The third story is called Make It Fit. We were going camping 40 years ago. We had a pop-up trailer with a built-in mini fridge, with a sink and cooktop. My dad said, "Put these beers in the fridge." I took the beers. I think it was a 12-pack of long-neck glass bottles. I opened the fridge and put the beers in. They didn't all fit. I put them all upright. I guaranteed that the door could close, and that none would fall out when you opened the fridge. There were some in the door where condiments go. It was pretty full. I reported back. They were angry when they heard that they didn't all fit. They commanded that I go back and put all the beers in the fridge, and not to come back until that was done. Could the beers be on their side with the fridge door still closing, and I could stack them up? No. Could I put beers that are upside down with the beers that are right side up? It wasn't stable. I worked at it for a while, since I didn't have a time limit. I like geometry. I'm good at math. I like puzzles. Still, it could not be done. I was satisfied that the volume of the beer challenged the volume of the fridge, and that there were possible alternative unstable stacking methods that could get some more bottles in there, or woe to anyone who opened the fridge, because the cascade of beers would be impressive. Feeling confident, I reported back that the request could not be done. They were enraged. It strikes my adult self that I should have just reported victory and hid the other beers somewhere else in the camper, until there was room in the fridge. Maybe I should have drank the ones that didn't fit. I was young though, didn't think of that. They were so mad. I had to go back and fit them all in the fridge. I went for an unstable arrangement of beers and worked at it for some time, until I could just slam the door closed in time to form a seal. Eventually, they opened the booby trap door. The camper was not level. As the door opened, the beers all rolled out of the fridge, in a rush for the open door of the camper, like salmon jumping free when the dam is released. But they crashed in pools of broken glass and beyond rocks. My dad caught a few, like an Alaskan bear on the river. He got like 2 in each mitt. I expected to be yelled at again, but no. Strangely, the worst of it was reporting the news that they didn't fit, and not the aftermath of the Great Beer Migration. The last story is called Yes Sir. When I was in the army, I was a drill sergeant and trained some new recruits. I was fair and not like one of these douchebags. I did everything I ordered them to do with them together, to show them how to lead. I liked it that way, and my squad also liked that I got dirty with them. So my standing in the company was quite good, and I was appreciated. After a couple of months I had to switch companies, and a pretty young and fresh second lieutenant was my new leader. He was kind of the same age as me, but was full of discipline and wanted to spread his knowledge. What you need to know? We all salute each other, but the other formalities were just needed and required when there were some official things to do, but not for this guy. He ordered me to be like a real soldier and salute every time I enter the room where he is and speak with him, how it should be, and be more respectful. Cue Malicious Compliance. Every time I entered the room where he was, I put on all the military manners I got, and I have a lot of them, saluted him, and spoke only highly official with him, only short reports. Yes sir, no sir, as you wish sir. And I continued this for days and weeks. Every other officer looked at him like, "Are you serious that you want it like that?" And he became more and more embarrassed. He even told me, "Please, don't say yes sir no more, because we both know this means go screw yourself." I just responded with, "Yes sir, anything else sir?" And we both knew that I would continue this behavior. At the end, when I left there, all but him thanked me for what I did. And we all had a big laugh about this. But I think he did not appreciate his order, and will think twice in the future. For me, it was just him, and I like to show that I got respect and manners. It was a very funny time. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.